Hello friends, welcome to Bankers platform. So friends, in this session we will be discussing the numerical questions for certificate course in foreign exchange exam and international trade finance. For both of the exams, this video will be helpful. So let's start. So here our first question is, what does the TT buying rate refers to? So firstly, we will discuss here two points that are very important. After that, only the numericals will be clear to all of you. First is what is buying rate, okay, and what is selling rate. If this concept is clear, then you will be able to solve all the numerical problems very easily. So here we'll see what does TT buying rate refers to. So first, the rate at which banks sell foreign currency to importers, the rate at which bank buy foreign currency from exporter, the rate fixed by the central bank for all transaction, the forward exchange rate for future deliveries. So you have to tell what is TT buying rate. Okay, so let's see what is the correct answer. So correct answer is B. That is the rate at which bank buy foreign currency from the exporter. Okay, so TT full form is telegraphic transfer. So buy rate is when bank purchase foreign currency from exporter after adjusting for margin and taxes. Okay, so it is not only exporter. You can also say that suppose any individual is there, so he is receiving salary, he is receiving salary in USD. So in that case also the banks will be purchasing the USD for this individual. In that case also this TT buying rate will be applicable. Okay. So TT buying rate is the rate that the bank purchase. This you have to remember that when the bank purchase the foreign currency from exporter, individual, okay, it can be anybody who are permitted to receive foreign currency from abroad. Okay, and in that bank will adjust after adjusting margin and taxes. So this is the TT buying rate. So let's see next question. Next is, how is TT buying rate typically calculated? First, interbank spot rate plus the bank's margin, interbank spot rate minus the bank's margin based on the currency's futures price, forward rate adjusted for discount. So let's see the correct answer. Correct answer is B. Okay, so B is the correct answer. That TT buying rate, how it is calculated? Interbank spot rate. Whatever the spot rate is there, in that bank will minus their margin. Okay. So suppose interbank spot rate is 85.50. So in this transaction, the bank want to take some benefit. So what they will do? They will subtract their margin. Suppose 10 paisa is the margin. So in that case, what will happen that 85.40 rate will be quoted to the customer. Okay. This rate will be quoted to the customer. And if a customer is having the $100, so based on this rate, 85.40, that person will be getting. So he will be getting 85.40 for the $100. Suppose he has received the $100, so rate will be this. And but the interbank spot rate will be 85.50. So what is this interbank spot rate? Interbank spot rate is that the rate in which bank to bank dealing is happening. Okay, bank to bank. So bank to bank dealings will happen in interbank rate. Interbank rate, bank to bank dealing. So in this way, the TT buying rate is calculated. So this concept will also help you when you're solving the numerical. That whenever you have to go for buying rate, you have to minus. You have to minus the bank margin. Okay. Let's see next question. So next is, what does the TT selling rate? Okay, TT selling, the rate at which bank buy foreign currency via telegraphic transfer, the rate at which banks sell foreign currency via telegraphic transfer, the interbank rate for spot transaction, the rate used for documentary credit. So let's see the right answer. Correct answer is B. The rate at which bank sells foreign currency. So the rate at which banks sell the foreign currency, that will be called the TT selling rate. So whenever you're saying, okay, one more thing, TT selling rate is the rate quoted by the bank when they sell foreign currency to customer for immediate electronic transfer. Okay. And in this case, we always remember that TT buying and TT selling. Okay. In the buy, what will happen? Bank will purchase the foreign currency. In sell, bank will sell. Okay. You don't have to think by customer point of view. Okay, don't think from customer point of view. You are a banker, so you have to think with the bank's point of view. You think you are a banker and you are a bank. Okay, when you are thinking as a banker point of view, you will never have confusion. Okay, so what you have to do? TT buying rate friends आपको याद रखना है कि purchase. Buy means purchase only. As sell means sell. TT selling means sell. So buy. Buy हम कब करेंगे? When we will buy the currency. When we will buy the currency. So हम buy कब करेंगे? When customer is having. जब कस्टमर के पास $100 है, तो हम उससे बाय करेंगे. ओके, वी विल बाय द करेंसी. एंड व्हेन वी विल बाय द करेंसी, दैट टाइम वी विल यूज टीटी बाइंग रेट. व्हेन कस्टमर विल हैव $100, सपोज ही इज गेटिंग द इनवर्ड रेमिटेंस इनवर्ड रेमिटेंस फ्रॉम abroad as a salary, as a gift, as a family maintenance. So these type of transaction can be inward remittance. And जब भी inward remittance आएगा तो कस्टमर के नाम पे $100 अवेलेबल है. तो कस्टमर को क्या चाहिए? INR. ओके, वन सेकेंड. So what customer need? What customer need? Customer need INR. Okay. And bank has received USD 100 rupees on the name of, or USD 100 on the name of customer. So customer is having 100 rupees. So what customer want? Customer want INR. So what customer will do? What bank will do? Bank will purchase. You will purchase from the customer. So you will use TT buying rate. So this concept you have to remember. And when you have to use TT selling rate, TT selling rate you have to use when customer is having INR. Customer is having INR and he want USD dollar. Why he want USD dollar? For outward remittance. Okay, outward remittance can be for education purpose. Okay, medical purpose, study already I told you education. Okay, other than that, family maintenance, gift. So these are the purpose. They want to send the money abroad. So when they want to send the money abroad, they are coming with INR. So they are having INR. So what we will do? We will sell our dollar. So bank will sell USD to the customer and we will use TT selling way. So always think with the perspective of bank. You are a banker and you have to think as a bank that you are the bank. You are selling USD or you are buying. Same thing will happen that in TT buying, what will happen? TT buying will happen for export customer. Export customer के लिए हम TT buying use करेंगे. And if a customer is doing import transaction, then we will use TT selling. Because in import, he will be sending the funds abroad. Customer will have INR and he need USD or any other currency. So TT selling. Another case, in export case, we will use TT buying. So this concept I hope so is clear. If it's not clear, you can just write in the comment section any doubt if you are having. Okay, let's see next question. How is the TT selling rate typically derived? Okay, like we did TT buying, so TT selling. So interbank spot rate plus the bank's profit margin, interbank spot rate minus the bank's profit margin, forward rate adjusted for premium based solely on currency future. Let's see the right answer. Correct answer is A. Okay, A will be the correct answer. This one, interbank spot rate plus bank profit margin. Okay, so bank will add their margin profit to the benchmark interbank spot rate when selling currency. So what will happen? Suppose in interbank rate is going 86.80. So bank will add its margin. Suppose 20 paisa margin bank is taking. So in that case, so bank will sell this currency at 87 rupees. So 1 USD will be 87 rupees for the customer. Okay. And bank will be getting at 86.80. In this 87, sometime taxes will also be added. Okay. And you will always see rates are written like that 86.60 oblique 80. Okay. So you always remember first rate. First rate is buying rate. Second rate is selling rate. Okay. First rate is buying, and buying rate is always cheaper. Selling is always higher. Okay. So in this, you remember the concept: buy buy low and sell high. Okay, this is a concept in every business, that every like business like bank is also doing a business. So what bank will do? Bank will purchase at low rate and sell at high rate. So any business, if you are going, any shopkeeper, any business, they will buy the things at a lower price and sell at a higher price. Okay, so if you are getting question like this 86 oblique 80, so first part is 86.60 will be buying rate and 86.80 will be selling rate. Okay. Sometimes they may not give you which is buying and selling. Only it will be written like this. And in our this IIBF certificate course, sometime examiner is asking 2 to 3 questions. And in some shift, we have seen that not at all, no question is asked from this chapter. Okay. But you have to be prepared, and very simple, very basic questions will be coming. Okay, not very difficult questions will come in the exam. It will be very basic question, and you can easily answer the question by calculating. But you should know the concept. And many of the students, they have put the request that we need uh, exclusive video on numerical. So we have come up with this video. So before moving further, don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed. Okay, so I will not tell much about this. It's your responsibility to subscribe if you like it. Okay, so let's start the numericals now. So I hope so. Half of the concept is already clear, and now we'll just see some questions. So here, if the interbank USD INR rate is 83.00 oblique 83.20. Okay, just now I told you this concept, that rate will be written like this. Okay, and the bank applies a 0.20% margin on TT selling. What will be the TT selling rate for an importer? Okay, so I already told that selling rate we are using for importer. Okay, for importer we will be using the selling rate. So here you have to calculate. So bank margin is 0.20%, and this is the rate. First one is the buying rate, second one is the selling rate. So it is an import transaction and we have to use selling rate. So we will take base amount is this 83.20. Okay, and after that you have to add the margin. So you can calculate this, you can pause the video and calculate on your notebook or mobile, and then you can come with the right answer. So four answers are given. So let's see what is the correct answer. Okay, so correct answer is 83.36. Okay, so this will be the correct answer. So how it has come, that we have given the explanation. So TT selling rate. So this is the selling rate. Here it is taken 83.20 plus margin. That is 0.20%. Okay. So 83 plus 0.20% of 83.20. So that comes around 83.20 plus 0.1664. So when you are adding this, it will come this figure. And you also remember that foreign currency, whenever we are dealing in foreign currency, so rates will come in four figure. Okay, like 3664. Here, after calculating, it has come 3664. So like this, it is coming, and it will be equal to 83.36. So why we are using the 4 digit? Okay, mostly we are using 2 digit because forex transactions are in bulk. Okay, are in bulk. So this last 2 digits will also change the game. Okay, it is also very important in calculation, because this market is having very low margin, not very high margin. So these small value will also create impact because the transactions will happen in crores, not in lakhs also. Minimum lot is equivalent to $50,000. Okay, $50,000 will be there. Then only one bank can process interbank transaction. For interbank transaction, $50,000 lot will be there. If the bank is having less than $50,000, they cannot take the interbank rate. For interbank rate, once they are ready with the $50,000, then only they can enter the market. Okay, let's see next question. An exporter submits an export bill for USD 50,000. Okay, given interbank USD INR is given here 82.50, 82.70, and bank margin and exchange rate is 0. Exchange tax, sorry, exchange tax. So here tax is also added 0.05%. So now you have to calculate the amount credit to the exporter amount. So what amount will be credited in the exporter account? So just pause the video and calculate your figure friends, and then you can come for the correct answer. So let's see the correct answer. So here is the solution provided. The correct answer, how it will be calculated. TT buying rate. Okay. Now TT buying rate is the first part. First part is the buying rate that you know. Second is selling rate. This always remember. So I am again and again putting this effort to tell you first is buying, selling. Always remember, firstly we will buy, then we will sell. Okay. So this buying rate is there. So how it will be calculated? Interbank buying rate minus. We have already discussed. In buying rate, we minus the bank margin and exchange tax. We have to minus. So 82.50 minus 0.10% of 82.50 minus 0.05% of 82.50. And when you will all calculate, so this figure will come. So this is the rate. And now they are asking how much amount will be credited in exporter account. So exporter account will be credited in INR only. If it would be written that how much amount will be calculated in EEFC, then you can just simply uh, say this 50,000 multiply means then you can say simply 50,000 answer. Okay. So examiner can confuse you also. If here it is only written, calculate the amount credited to EFC account of the exporter. Then no need to calculate anything. Simply you can say $50,000. But here it is not given EFC, then we will consider it is INR account. So they are saying to calculate. So after this value, we will calculate in $50,000. So this amount will be the right answer. So how many of you have got the correct answer? Just write in the comment section. We will get to know how many of you have understood the concept. Okay, let's see next question. So before moving to next question, friends, I would like to tell you that we are having the certificate course in foreign exchange exam, and we are also having the mock test series. So if you are willing for foreign exchange exam or mock test series, you can just go to the our app, and the app link is available in the description box. Okay, description section. You can download the app. You can also attempt some free content which is provided in that, like our mock test is available in that also you can provide, you can attempt. And if you are willing to purchase, you can purchase our course or mock test for a better preparation. Okay, and with this foreign exchange we are also having second is this certificate course in international trade finance. So any which topic you are preparing for, that you can purchase. Okay. So let's see next numerical problem. Okay. An importer needs to remit $1 lakh. And now it is given interbank rate is given, bank margin, exchange tax, and calculate the amount debited from the importer's account. Okay. So here you have to tell how much amount will be debiting. So now you can pause the video and just give the right answer. So you have to give the right answer of this question in the comment section, whether it has come correct or not, and we'll see the right answer. What is the right answer? So here all calculation is provided related to this. So again, import. If import is happening, so what here, like earlier questions, we were telling you that selling rate is there or buying rate. But now the level is different. Now no need of telling that because you already know. So now you can tell that how much importer needs. So firstly, you have to think. Firstly, you have to think which rate will be applicable. So importer has to remit. He has to send the money abroad. So what he will use? He will use the TT selling rate. He will not use bank. Will use TT selling rate. Okay. So TT selling rate will be used. Interbank selling rate plus bank margin plus exchange rate. So always remember that whenever we are talking about TT selling TT selling, we have to add, we have to plus. Okay. And whenever we are talking about TT buying, we have to subtract, we have to minus. This concept we have to remember. Then only your questions will be clear. So as it is a TTS transaction, bank margin will be added, exchange tax will be added. And after that, this calculation will be something like this. And the rate will be coming. And as it is saying that how much amount will be debited from the importer account, so that will be 1 lakh multiply this, and you will get the 83 lakh 40,800 as a answer. Okay. So I hope so you're enjoying this session because numerical session is very easy also if you know the concept. And in foreign exchange, not that much big numerical questions are coming. Very easy numericals are there which you can handle if you know the concept. Okay, another one. An importer books a forward contract for USD 60 at 83.50. So 3 month forward. Now it is about forward contract. Okay. So on due date, the spot rate is this. Bank margin is given, and one hint is also given TT selling. Okay. And exchange tax is given. So should the importer settle via forward contract or TT payment? So sometime future, like 3 month future rate is given this one. Okay. So now the importer has to decide. Okay. In this case, the importer has to decide he should go for which. He should book future forward contract FC or he should do TT payment. Okay. That he has to decide. So let's see. This also you can calculate. So for calculating this, nothing is there. We have to calculate, one calculation will be based on the forward contract rate and one calculation will be based on the TT payment, that TT selling rate. Okay. And then you have to see where the importer will get the benefit, where he has to spend less. Okay. Let's see right answer. So here is the right answer. Okay. So forward contract is there. So this price will be this direct, it is coming. Now TT selling rate. TT selling rate, all that margin, exchange, tax will be added. And then final price is this 83.46. And then we calculate, then it is coming 50 lakh 7,996. And in forward contract, he has to pay 50,000, 50 lakh 10,000. So you can see that TT payment is cheaper. So by how much amount it is cheaper? It is cheaper by 2004 rupees. So definitely the importer will choose this TT payment. But in this question, this is not given that whether the importer has to make the payment now or he has to make the payment after 3 months. Okay, that thing is not told right now in this question, so we will not talk about that. But for your information, if it is given like that, the importer has to make the payment in future, so that time how he will know? Spot rate will be changed after 3 months. Spot rate will not be same, so that question will be different. Okay, so as per this question, the importer will settle by TT payment, and TT payment is cheaper by 2004 rupees. So like this, we are having more than 20 to 30 questions like that, and that is available on our app that you can visit and solve the questions. Okay, so in this numerical question, this concept which you have to remember, that is first definition, TT buying, TT selling. TT buying for export, import. Okay, one more thing you can remember, TT buying is for inward, inward remittance. Okay, and this TT selling for outward remittance. This also you remember. Okay, it's not mentioned here, inward. Okay. For inward remittance and for outward remittance also same will be applicable. So bank buy forex, foreign exchange from exporter, and here bank sell to importer. So here in TT buying, interbank buying rate minus margin minus tax. Here, interbank sell rate plus margin plus tax. Okay, beneficiary is exporter receive INR. Importer is the beneficiary, they pay the INR. Okay, so what is the bank role? Deduct charges, add charges. So if you remember this table, so I guarantee you that 100% 2 to 3 marks if questions are coming from this numerical part, you will be definitely getting 2 to 3 marks in the exam. Okay, so I hope so. This session is helpful for you. And if it is helpful for you, don't forget to like this video and comment your suggestion or any query if you're having. So thank you, friends. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.